Peace. Aren't we all kind of looking for peace in life? Peace is defined as freedom from disturbance, tranquility, a state or period in which there is no war. So you'd have to conclude that the way it's defined there is it's dependent on a circumstance. So in order to have peace, as far as it's defined in the dictionary, it has to be a circumstance without war, or maybe without any noise or whatever it might be in your mind. Well, Jesus describes his kind of peace in a totally different way. So he says that his kind of peace doesn't have anything to do with the circumstance. And there was one man that came to mind that is a great example of how that is so true. His name was Horatio Spafford. Now, some of you might not know who he is. He wrote a hymn that we all know and love, and I'm going to share it with you in a second. But Horatio Spafford knew something about life's unexpected challenges. He was a successful attorney and a real estate investor who lost a fortune in the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. Around the same time, his beloved 4-year-old son died of scarlet fever. Thinking a vacation would do his family some good, he sent his wife and 4 daughters on a ship to England, planning to join them after he finished some pressing business at home. However, while crossing the Atlantic Ocean, the ship was involved in a terrible collision and sunk. More than 200 people lost their lives, including all 4 of Horatio Spafford's precious daughters. His wife, Anna, survived the tragedy. Upon arriving in England, she sent a telegram to her husband that began, "Saved alone. What should I do?" Horatio immediately set sail for England. At one point during his voyage, the captain of the ship, aware of the tragedy that had struck the Spafford family, summoned Horatio to tell him that they were now passing over the spot where the shipwreck had occurred. And it's pretty obvious that Horatio Spafford was in the midst of a huge storm in his life. He lost so many people in his family. Nobody would blame him for just giving up and saying, guess what? There's going to be no peace in my life. But he chose in that second, in that moment, to rely on God's peace, which had nothing to do with where he was at and what the circumstances that he was in of losing his daughters. And he chose to rely on that and to say, it is well. It is well, Lord, with my soul. And when he passed over the spot where his daughters had died at the shipwreck, he started writing these words here. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. Oh, it is well with my soul. Peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit, forever I pray, in fathomless billows of love. What treasure I have in this wonderful peace, buried deep in the heart of my soul, so secure that no power mine away while the years of eternity roll. Peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit, forever I pray, in fathomless billows of love. I'm resting tonight in this wonderful peace, resting sweetly in Jesus' control. For I'm kept from all danger by night and by day, and His glory is flooding my soul. And His glory is flooding my soul. Oh, peace, peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit, forever I pray, in fathomless billows of love. Oh, peace, peace, a wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweep over my spirit, forever I pray, in fathomless billows of love. Sweep over my spirit, forever I pray, in fathomless billows of love. So that's my prayer to you tonight, in the midst of whatever storm you're in, that you would grasp a hold of that peace that God gives, that doesn't have anything to do with your circumstance today.